Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw. And we just saw Shaft. Every time. No, I know. I think it's a funny joke. So this is the 2019 Shaft. This is the third film called Shaft, which is one thing.
I was wondering if it was just called Shaft.
It's one thing if this was a actual reboot, but no, these are all in continuity, so it's very confusing. But this is going to be our no spoilers review. We're just going to give you a brief little moment discussion about what we thought about the movie with no spoilers. If we accidentally spoil anything, I'll cut it out, and we will do a spoiler review. It should be up sometime tomorrow for those of you that, like to hear people geek out about spoilers after you come back from the movie theater. Anyways, we're not really movie critics. We just enjoy movies and we want to talk about them. And just for a real quick, so you know where we're coming from, how many Shaft movies have you seen?
Just now one.
All right. I have seen all of them. I'd obviously seen the original way back. I saw the 2001 way back when it came out, but I did just recently rewatch them all and for the first time watch Shaft's Big Score and Shaft in Africa, which is fucking weird, but I ended up loving it.
I'm sorry, I just remember the conversation we had last night.
Oh.
I'm sorry, we can't remember.
I don't even remember. Yeah, well then don't bring it up.
I'm sorry, that's why I'm...
Fair enough. It's a sex thing. You guys don't get to know. I don't remember. I'm going to turn that AC on. It's getting a little stuffy. Anyways, we've already derailed. We haven't even started talking about the movies, so... we want to get dinner.
I should be wearing a sweater in June.
Right? It's cold. All right, again, can we talk about the movie? What are we doing?
Wait a minute, what movie?
Shaft. I knew it was coming. All right, so you know where we're coming from. Let's talk about the movie, because I was about to derail some more. I really, really enjoyed this. This was so much fun. What did you think?
No, it was a lot of fun.
There's some great comedy in there. There's some great one-liners. Sam Jackson's faces in this movie. He has so many reaction faces, and they're the best reaction faces I've ever seen him give. I think he created new ones for the... Well, I mean, obviously, but you know what I mean? Like, a lot of new ones. He has some amazing deadpan reactions to things.
Yeah. I think this is going to be mostly your review.
Well, I was wondering. I'm like, you can say things. Oh. Did you like the sun? I thought the sun turned out to be pretty darn good.
I liked how the sun was like... He was a sort of a hidden badass who's going like, I don't like guns.
He kind of reminds me of somebody a little bit. Somebody who you might think is just, soft and weak because they're polite and nice to everybody, but when really backed into a corner, I don't know. Sounds like somebody I know who you've not experienced, probably. I'm not...
Casey? No.
There was a Casey Miracle sighting. That was really cool. Keep your eye out for a waiter on the mom's date scene. That's not a spoiler.
Okay.
I think that's vague enough. If you're looking for our buddy Casey Miracle, he does pop up in there briefly. But yeah, so I guess this is most of my review. The best part is Richard Roundtree. The movie needed more of him. Again, watching all these in order, Sam Jackson is great. He is a badass motherfucker. He is one of the most badass motherfuckers ever. But Richard Roundtree is a smooth motherfucker. And as soon as he pops up in this thing, that energy, that old school Shaft energy is back, because I love Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson's energy as Shaft, but it's not, his version of Shaft is not quite what original Shaft was, because Shaft was a badass, but he cared about people, and I think he's more with the ladies than Sam Jackson's Shaft. I think he's more in tune with the grandson. I don't know, going back, like, there's a scene in one of the old Shaft movies where, like, a lady even says, I have never been made love to like I should be until I've had sex with Shaft, And you see that, like, in his character. He's an ass kicker, but he's suave. He's just got that little smile and that charm, and they even dressed him, like, to the nines compared to everybody else, like, even that end scene, he was wearing some stuff that was just, I was like, that's the style that's lacking a little from Sam Jackson's. But Sam Jackson, again, is not supposed to be that Shaft. He is another Shaft, and I won't tell you. In the last movie we saw that he's the nephew of the original John Shaft. And of course we have the son of Shaft in here, which I'm surprised they didn't call it Son of Shaft. But I'm kind of, I don't know, it's kind of nice other than the confusion.
That would have been a good title for it.
Right? But there's some, and I liked his love interest in here. I mean, I don't think it is a popcorn movie. It's like you watch it, you enjoy it. You forget most of what, happened, but then it's like the last Shaft movie. You'll forget, and then a couple years later you go back and revisit, and you're like, oh man, this is a really good movie. So I kind of like that. Although this one's definitely by far more comedy than any of them have been. But it's not outright a comedy. It is an action comedy.
Yeah.
And I do think they get the action pretty well, too. There's some great moments in the big finale sequence, too, I thought.
Yeah, and the actual serious side of things is like, oh, they actually put a fair amount of thought into all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah, and it really ties into all the other stuff. They even show you some footage from the 2000 movie, which was great, which, by the way, there's a lot of people that maybe got their start or were starting out around that 2000 movie. Like, a very young Christian Bale. And even I noticed in the 2000 movie, Elizabeth Banks she is a featured background extra. She doesn't even have dialogue. She's like with the couple in the beginning of the 2000 movie at the table. Go back and check that out. But no, this is a worthy conclusion. I would watch more of these. I'd watch more of these.
Yeah.
They're fun. They're fun, and especially if you keep bringing back Richard Roundtree and making him badass as he is, or showing off his badassery,
Yeah, and now it's gonna be interesting to see how this is, because compared to a lot of other movies I've seen, this has gotten hardly any promotion.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know there's a new Shaft movie out, but we had a pretty good crowd.
Yeah.
For 6 o'clock on a Thursday. So I'm happy about that. But I don't think this really cost a lot either. So it's not like it needs to make Avengers money.
True.
I mean, I think if this thing could open at 20-25 million, I'm guessing it's probably going to be considered successful because by the time world market and all that. That would be my guess. And I think it can pull that off. And I hope it does, because the star power alone is what you come for. You're going to get it. There's some good twists and turns. The plot is totally serviceable, but it's really just the characters really do the selling here. And I think they do a great job. And Regina Hall as Son of Shaft's mom is great in this too. And she has some fantastic sequences in this thing. I'm thinking of the bathroom mirror scene.
Oh, yes.
We're not going to spoil it, but my God, that was awesome. And the performance she gives in there is so real. Like, you can totally believe it. But yeah. So obviously I had a really good time with it.
Yeah.
She enjoyed it too. Cool.
Yeah. I know I'm not saying a lot. It's just that I really enjoyed it. But I just don't have a lot to contribute to this conversation.
That's fair.
I'm going to let his enthusiasm carry this one.
Yeah, and then I guess in spoilers, maybe we can keep spoilers short then, because as long as we don't derail. Because also I screwed up.
I don't have a whole lot to pick apart on this one either, and that's usually what contributes to a lot of.
No, exactly. So this one really is more of a geek out because, I've always loved the Shaft films, but especially now that I finally saw all of them legitimately, because I'd seen the original like when I was 18. I think that was my first actual blaxploitation film, at least knowing what blaxploitation was going in and all that stuff. And I always loved it ever since, especially that soundtrack, which I found on vinyl the other day. I was like, this is a sign. All right. I just finished Shaft in Africa the night before. By the way, if you want to see a buck naked butt of Richard Roundtree doing a bow staff fight, watch Shaft in Africa, and that's not the weirdest thing in that movie. But anyways, so yeah, I like this. If you like any of the Shaft movies, if you like Sam Jackson being funny, you're going to like this movie. I think that's a pretty way to surmise it. If you're looking for some mindless, forgettable but fun action with some great character laughs, character dialogue and stuff and reactions, you like this movie. So that's kind of my recommendation on it. I'm glad I saw it. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. All right, well, anyway.
Some amounts of free time.
Right, yeah, exactly. All right, and also I screwed up my timing, but we actually have time to go get dinner, so I'm excited.
Yay.
All right, so anyways, we're going to shut up. So comment, stay out of the comments if you don't want spoilers. There's some things that could be spoilers, but it's not a huge spoilery movie. But if, you just want to drop a comment, if you're brave enough to go down there and say that you're coming along to see it or whatever, let us know. Geek out with us. We do love to hear what you have to say. Other than that, click the thumbs up button. Give us the good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. So does she. And we're going to get out of here so we can review some more stuff, get some food, and watch some more stuff. See you all later.